The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and Middle Class Working Man.
HexAsians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage. Give me sushi!
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the HexAsians. This is your host Dheeraj. I see there is nobody watching on stream. The only one viewer is me watching through a different tab. So I will wait for a while for people to join so I can ramble on a bit more. For those watching this on replay, please change the video speed to 2x. It is easier on the ear. And let me know in comments what you guys are drinking. I am having some Black Mamba energy drink. Keeps up the energy. Apparently, it's supposed to help with your Black Mamba, but hey, it's all good. I need some energy. I have been like almost up all night yesterday, scrolling through X and on the blockchain, trying to figure out what is exactly going on. But I am still not making any sense of anything. I will try and detangle all the things I have found out so far. But if you didn't get the reference to the title of the video, there a very funny thing happened. One of well-known crypto influencer, well-known in the Hex community, Gary Woods, was hosting or was speaking at on a Twitter space, X space, and his mic, he had a hot mic, like there was echo going on, and he was asking something, and while he was asking it, he heard his own echo, and he's like, "Will you let me finish the question I was asking?" Uh, it's a hilarious clip, hilarious. It's very funny, very funny. Um, I can't play the clip here right now, so just search for it. It must have popped up on one of your feeds, but it's great. Uh, oh, I see Ahmed has joined us. Good evening to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And Mark Haveli is asking, is this a PDI Maxi channel now? Bro, like this is. I am currently the sole proprietor of the channel virtually because hey, no other person wants to be streaming on this channel. But and I am a card carrying hex maximalist. So to, No, I'm not a PDI maxi, and I've already made my views clear that it's not going to be Ahmed Nabil doing well, caught up with the PDI conspiracy. We'll join you after wash from the. Oh, yeah, great. It's great to have somebody to chat with. The link is already in the comments, live comments, so it's good for you. So where do I even start? Like, I was already in a X space this morning. This and I've already made it clear. Like, look, now Richard Hart has already said that it is not he's not involved with the PDI thing. So at least you can check one point that hey, I was right. There is nothing to suggest that Richard Hart is involved with PDI. But the problem is the people who are invested in PDI are what it's called the sunk cost fallacy. So they don't want to believe anything else, and no matter how much you convince them, they are not going to listen. So I'm saying like yeah, yatechasi tatha kuru, which means like do as you wish. You want to be buying PDI at this point of time. It's your choice alone, and you will be the one held responsible for the consequences that you will face. That being said, like no, no, while looking at all these things, I see a small reflection in the mirror of myself. Like, haven't hex maxis and e-hex maxis been the same? Like, we didn't believe, even though, like, we had proof on our side that this hex is not a scam. There is but I am again deviating from my point. We were talking about PDI. We saw a Twitter storm from. Let me bring that up. All the tweets from Richard. Oh no! Wait! Just in hot take, breaking news. I read this from who is this? The hexologist. He's talking about wait a sec. There has been an update to the oh, SEC case. So this is far more important. Why is this like this? Pardon me. This is how like so apparently terminate deadlines and hearings and status report. Uh, uh, oops. Wait a sec. Oh, 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 oh. This one, yeah. We'll look at the tweet, what is going on. This one. Oh, this. So, according to this, this is he's taken a screenshot from court listener, which is saying or order pursuant to the discovery plan entered at 42. I think some clause there. The parties were directed to file a joint status report certifying the close of fact discovery on by 21st of March 2025. The parties have failed to comply with the court order and are directed to file the outstanding joint status report by 26th of March 2025, ordered by Magistrate Judge Peggy Ko on 24th of March 2025, which means today. And we have 2 days more for. I have, I think he did a this entry, first entry, court order requiring joint status report. What it means, the court previously ordered both parties, Richard Hart and SEC, to submit a joint status report by 21st March 2025, confirming the fact discovery. The phase of gathering evidence had concluded. Neither side submitted it by the deadline, so the judge is giving them final deadline. They must file by 26th of March. This is essentially the judge saying, you missed the deadline, get it done now. So, okay, but I terminate deadlines and hearings. The court is cancelling or updating previous set deadlines and hearings, possibly in relation to the missed or delayed discovery state status report. It might be removing the old deadline 21st March, since new one March 26 has now been ordered. It's not necessarily something dramatic, just housekeeping to ensure case record reflects the situation. So another court extension for what is going on with the SEC case, which means we are having uh, 2 more days to find out. I don't think what kind of evidence Richard Hart needs to put up, but I like the SEC has to do a lot of work to put up evidence. Let's see. Maybe another delay, but hopefully the case will be delayed, but the justice will not be denied. That is, Richard Hart will be freed from all, yeah, charges. Oh, I see Sandy B. Bing, bing, boom, pow. Oh, good morning, y'all. Uh, mm, Jasol is saying possibly by the 26th. Read the last sentence if you find it. Yeah, I think I read everything. So whether it's good news or bad news, I don't know. But it is news, and sell the news. That is all we can see. And now, as EXO, EXO is trolling, guys, I'm starting to get the impression that Richard Hart isn't behind the PIDA. Ha, 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 ha. Now you are thinking about that, just a few weeks ago, suddenly there was, I think, how much was it? $200,000 of PDI in his donation wallet, and it was Oh, I hope PDI goes to $1. I don't know whether it can. Maybe it's a meme, but no, no. It's I hope people have taken receipts as to what who was promoting what. Uh, by the way, on my trend line or X timeline, PDI to $1 is trending. Again, people need to understand that this trending thing is specified or personalized. So it is what is going on in the your like Twitter circles that is trending, and we have but uh, this is like total civil war going on right now. I kind of the PDI maxis are still not backing down. They have their theories now. I think one of the main promoters of PDI Maxi, Iron Capital, along with who is the other, uh, yeah, what was this? Decentralized me. So some speculate it's the same guy, and but we will never know. Now, what they are saying is, uh, yeah, post-Persian 4 P maker went into surplus as its broken oracles and minting bug was exploited. So they do admit that it was exploited. This was given via a, this was fixed via a governance vote in 2023. In the past 2 months, the wallet 5996 has been minting 4 4p die to force $10 p die into bad debt auction. Now the 5996 has now stopped cleaning up the bad debts, and the joy i- is draining quickly. I Joy is a separate smart contract which holds the PDI data, I suppose. So flop now, what will happen is flop auction begins, which is the bad loans or under collateralized loans will go into auction, and from there we can either get the main address gets P maker, pulsex get P maker, or heaters get P maker. How like make it make sense, and like now there is the other theory that it was this Vietnamese guy who
Why do all you Hexicans look like you were raised in a trailer park? It is all cowboy hats and mullets with you guys. Sending our postcards thinking your backs will pump. So funny. You have no honor. Pidon to Dora. Why do
uh,
Carol Richard? Let's be honest, bro. You not that smart. You big fat man. With big fat face. I will continue to explode post gen. I plan to make millions from all of you. I outsmarted the fat man. Pidon to Dora, bro. All you Mexicans look. Carol Peters. I keep expert your gen. But you keep buy. You keep say P die to Dora. Keep buying. Keep killing post gen. You should know listen saw me. Listen to fat man. He say no buy. But it still go 500%. You silly. You much done. P die to Dora.
so the rumor was it was this guy who he was minting all these DAI tokens, which is like if somebody like a hacker posting a video of him exploiting the chain, why would someone do that? That's a different thing. But I think like a few people already. Actually, I was trying to search for the stop sharing. I'll stop sharing. Where was I? So yeah, so apparently it was this Vietnamese guy hacker who is able to mint tens of millions of PDI and is selling it for a real die and bridging over the liquidity. I look here's the thing like if you want PDI to go to a dollar, like you need to reduce the supply of PDI, not mint more. And how is this helping? And these flop auctions, like first of all, I tried to do a bit of forensics on the maker protocol, how these things are being done. I still haven't figured out completely. The AI I used uh, suggested there are three possibilities. One is the hacker has some admin privileges which he is exploiting. Second is the price oracles are providing a wrong price feed, so he's able to mint more than he's supposed to. And third one was there is a bug in the maker contract itself, which is possible, like even and the thing is there might be a combo of all these things. On top of that, there are like things that can be done, like setting up proxy contracts, flash loans, etc., etc. So it's basically too complicated to figure out. Richard Hart has tweeted a lot of things. I was going through that as well. Where is he? Uh, 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 you guys, sorry for, but I'm searching for Richard Hart's tweets. Do you have anything in particular, something interesting you might have found out so far? I am searching for every possible clue as to what is happening. So, yeah, here are some of the. Go back. Okay. Yes. Wait a second. Where did uh, hey guys, uh, we have Emma joining us. How are you, Emma? Are you being entertained by what is going on?
Oh, good evening, Diraj. Yeah, I am being very entertained about the PDA issue. I think is one of the. I think right now is the hottest topic in Pulse Chain and in the community. And what you said, I think there is like a civil war, like the Avengers civil war, where split into a few parties and groups and everything. Yeah, is but well, at first we have some guy or girl called Maria or something, whatever, who started seeing this. Then now we have a Vietnamese person, yeah, and the video sounds like AI. So the whole thing looks very shady or sketchy in the first place, lah.
like like the video I played, it was of course AI. We don't know, like that is maybe a cover for whoever is doing the actual act. But uh, it was funny because I don't want to show the other video, like where he is trying to explain how to exploit the contract, and to actually what he says is to mint PDI, more PDI, you first need a 10 million PDI. So if you want to do that, you will have to buy more PDI. And I assume some people did try it, and I'm like, God damn it! Like people are really degenerate on this chain. It may be because like we have been like in a bear market for too long. People are losing their senses. People can't even recognize their own voice echo. But it's crazy. And
Yeah.
after all that, like, did you read Richard Hart's tweets? He came up with prepare for an educational tweet storm. You all need education
Oh
badly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm
But what
like
is he going to educate us? I mean, what? What you said. The more PDI that is being minted, the more the price will go down because the supply is up.
yeah, that is like basic math, right? And
Yeah.
people don't even understand that. See, when the rules on the PDI get liquidated, it is not price positive for the collateralized assets. What I mean is, if you are minting PDI using wrapped ETH, once that collateral wrapped ETH goes into auction, it brings down the price of wrapped ETH even further. So that is always going to be a risk. Now we have I've mentioned it's like in 2020 this occurred when price of Ethereum fell by around 50%. It was leading to a cascade of liquidation. Basically, more liquidations, price goes lower, it triggers more liquidations, and PDI or rather Maker was able to kind of stop it using USDC and USDT as collateral, and I I don't see that happening on this chain.
No,
But
no.
I read out the theory. Uh, Nine and Iron Capital has stated that these floppy auctions will like balance out the thing, but I don't think that these contracts work that way. So I am just like numb to all of this now. Like either way, like pulse chain price isn't being all of this is not price positive for pulse chain so far. So I don't see the bright side of Richard tweeting and educating, which he should have done like a year ago when these things were happening. Like he should have simple tweet. No, I am not involved with PDI. Simple. No, no need for explanations. No need for proving anything, disproving anything. uh, all he had to do is say that all of this would not have happened. Like now there are a lot of other like numbers being thrown around. We never know how much exactly was extracted from the PDI contract, but some estimates are as high as 27 million.
Yeah, yeah, I heard. Yeah,
But we
the
have
last I
like
heard was the last I heard was 8 million. You know, it keeps going up, and yeah. And I also saw your tweet that shows that you are unable to withdraw your ink due to increasing gas prices. I think I saw your tweet in
yeah,
X or
like
something. Yeah, and I don't know
like
whether it's due to the PDI issue or yeah, congested traffic or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is happening way too often. Like uh, w- one like it's like what you call shouting fire in a theater. Everybody rushes towards the door. Once Richard Hart tweeted this, like everybody was kind of rushing to sell and or buy whichever. Like some people are still buying. God bless them.
Mm.
And yeah, it causes a price spike in on pulse chain. And sometimes, yeah, transacting on Pulsion is even more expensive than transacting on ETH now.
Oh
Sometimes,
yeah, yeah. Sometimes I noted also, and I think and I have no idea why it's quite expensive also. Yeah, and I thought I can, like I said, I think previously I thought I tried to manipulate the gas prices and everything, but it's not that easier because you can't really. I think there is a way that for us to check the gas prices in Pulse Chain and for us to adjust, to adjust the gas price, but it's a bit not that easy, I would say. Or maybe I'm just a pleb who just click, trade, don't bother about the gas and everything. Yeah, yeah. But gas prices are also. I agree with you. Gas prices at one time is quite a bit expensive also. Yeah.
like, yeah, oops, uh, sorry. Yeah, gas prices. The thing is with all blockchains, if everybody wants to transact at the same time, then gas prices start shooting up. Uh, that is what happened. No chain is free from it. Like yeah, congestion, network congestion is always
Mm.
issue. Like with Ethereum, uh, it's like now it has come down because people are using layer twos more, so it's not affecting us. And they also increase the gas limits on things. Yeah, okay. You can curse it, you tell it all you want, but he has somehow managed to keep the gas prices at bay for now. And maybe like they did increase the kind of block capacity, not exactly the gas limits for a block, but technical issues we can details like we can skip. Pulsion is still a copy of Ethereum from 2023. So we still face the same issues. I haven't seen any PIPs, Pulsion improvement protocols being suggested or then uh, reduce those gas prices. And funnily, even like Richard Hart talked about S load function and how it kind of affects Hex. We didn't change the parameters for the S load function on Pulsion. So if Pulsion does gain too much of traction or gains public approval, we will see the same problems and solution we face on YouTube. But
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah, we'll find
Hopefully,
some
yeah, some upgrade
solution.
to know, yeah, solution to help with the gas prices and everything. Yeah, but then no, of course, right now, I think, you know, it seems like every 1 month or 2 months or so we have drama and drama and drama and drama. Yeah. Actually, the speed eye, I think the one that is making quite a lot of noise. I think is I saw one guy or person. Is it from the Atropa team or something? I don't know. Yeah, because I think I don't know if I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the people who are involved in Atropa, they are the one who is quite on into PDI. Is it?
Yeah, Atropa was apparently one of those protocols that was supposed to help peg PDI to $1.
Yeah.
The uh, what you call it, the developer was named Maria, and I know it's Maria or whatever is
Oh yeah. Oh,
Maria.
yeah.
Maria in Hindi it translates to dying or dead. So you sorry for the bad joke, but
It's okay. It's okay.
it's like yeah, it was supposed to be like using bots with multiple liquidity pools to like use arbitrage and help peg PDI to $1. Nothing happened. I think I covered it in one of these streams. Like the amount of money that the protocol is making is like a few cents on a transaction, like which is like drop in a bucket that is required to peg PDI to $1, and it will take around 7 years to do that using that protocol. Not impossible, but unlikely. Let's see. Apparently, the auctions we were talking about will start in a few hours from now. We will see how things going. By the way, and shitty thing I have seen is that deck screener stopped showing PDI charts. Uh, like we cannot search them directly. Uh, so now people are posting the charts of the fake PDI, which was launched on pump tires, and they are saying, see, people are buying PDI still, and it is still positive. And people
The
don't
only
like
the only PDI I saw in Dextrin is P died. PDIED died.
yeah, PDI. Yeah,
If you can
yeah. People made money off that. Yeah, I saw that, and the other one called PI, which is PEEP that and like people are crazy. Traders, they keep doing these weird things. But what, yeah, the auctions are going into action in a few hours. We will find out soon, and hopefully after that, like at least people will put it to rest. And like people also don't understand like if a uh, okay, I will ask you a math question. If a coin price drops 75% and it goes up by 50%, how much is the profit or loss?
coin goes down by 75 and then goes up. I think a loss will be 25%, right? Isn't it? If my math is correct.
No. So you thought it's actually like I have to do it again. I will explain it while you. So if it goes, let's say the coin price is $100, it goes
Uh huh.
down by 75%.
It's 25. Yes. Okay.
which
Then it went up
so
by
it
50.
becomes so it went down to $25, and if
Okay.
it goes up by 50%,
Then
it
it's
goes up by
50% of 25.
yes,
12.5
so
cents.
it would
Yeah.
so 37.5, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So how much is the loss? Still down,
Still down
say
quite a lot,
60,
about $60.
60%, around 60%, 62.5. So this math is kind of not understood by many people. And on top of that, liquidity is being pulled out. That means, yeah, if it takes fewer dollars for the price to go up. So the actual uh, pri- uh, price appreciation is really not that much. Markaveli is realizing math is hard. I know.
I guess for us,
It's
crypto people, math is hard, but we prefer, math is hard, but charts are simple. Yeah.
charts are simple, like, and on top of that, now like this thing regarding uh, log charts and normal charts, like both of them have their purpose. Sometimes you have to use log chart to be able to see the price action, but it's uh, it's too like too difficult to get into right now. What we are seeing on the price chart is Richard Hart dumped. I assume all of his PDI and bought his other tokens. I think most and pump. I I wish he had bought more Pulse and Pulse X with it. But the problem is the DAI liquidity is kind of pegged with Pulse and Pulse X and Hex. So buying those also doesn't really help with the situation. So it will only continue like everything. It's like a cancer that has got hold of the entire body. Now it is not possible to separate that easily. We need some chemotherapy. Hopefully we'll get it. Uh, and the thing is,
Chemotherapy. What chemotherapy do you suggest for for this thing? I don't
uh,
think you need
the
chemotherapy, you need gamma therapy, probably need surgical to cut it all away. It'll probably still come back again. Yeah. Because they are still pump people, because they are degens will be degens, I guess. Yeah.
and it's not just that degens. As long as there is sufficient liquidity, there will be arbitrage bots and MEV bots that keep trading those protocols. And like, yeah, see, if there is like a dollar of liquidity, liquidity in both pairs, like let's say, then it takes just $1 to push the price up by 100%. People see that and buy more and push it even higher. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to be able to get rid of this. Uh, Richard had tweeted to MakerDAO, like, you guys have you guys can do a really funny thing right now. First of all, he's tweeting at the wrong account. MakerDAO has kind of rebranded to Sky Ecosystem, which is a, diff- a different Twitter handle. And you know the news maker
Yeah,
website,
yeah.
which is now the
Uh
Sky Ecosystem website.
Yeah, I
You
think I
can't
came
mint
across.
dye
Yeah,
directly. Sorry, you were saying?
yeah. I came across it about the maker has been rebranded to Sky, and yes, yeah.
And the funny thing is, the Sky website doesn't allow you to mint dye directly. Uh, it only has two options. One, you can convert your maker tokens to the new Sky tokens and convert your uh, dye into SUSD, which is the Sky USD. So if you want to mint dye, you have to use a third party app because these are smart contracts which are going to live on the chain forever, which makes it very difficult to get rid of. The chemotherapy that would I would suggest is having a hard fork, not a hard fork, a soft fork, where you can
Mm,
shut down the contract or blacklist the contract. Now people have to understand the fork, hard fork and soft fork are like different, like the opposite meanings of the words themselves. Like if it is a hard fork, you have a choice. If it is a soft fork, you don't have a choice. Uh, yeah, but so what suggested would be a soft fork of the ecosystem shutting down PDI, but the developers and the validators will not agree to it easily because first principles like food is law, etc. So it's not feasible right now. We'll see how things are. I've been rambling.
yeah, because of this issue. But anyway, like I said, let's just I mean, we have about a week to go, so let's just observe and see whether this thing can settle or resolve by itself. Yeah. For me, I would just simple. I mean, I would just keep holding my hex and stake it, and once in a while just buy hex and a bit of pulse and pulse. That's all. Yeah, I always stick to these three coins in pulse chain, and yeah, once that's all. Yeah, and of course once in a while touch other chains. Yeah, yeah.
Like, but the worst thing that is happening like right now is like there is a kind of a chilling effect, which like at least for me, and I think like most normal people, I don't think you should be like, would you be suggesting people to buy Pulse Chain uh, right now, and people will see it and what is going on with Pulse Chain and be willing to buy. Eh, There is like the allegations will never go away. Like already the community is kind of tainted by everything. Oh, we have another guest joining us. Hello, Eco Builder.
Oh, hi, evening co-builder.
It's
Hey,
all his fault. It is all his fault. He didn't send enough postcards to get the message out there.
Isn't that the greatest?
Anyways, it's
Just the
uh,
doing things and then getting criticism from people who aren't doing things. So yeah,
yeah.
hopefully people recognize that Twitter isn't the only place where people congregate and talk about stuff. I think lately the idea inside my head is just we've been giving too much um, authority, I guess, to influencers over there on Twitter, and they're just running amok. I think more and more people are recognizing what fuels these influencers, and these new coins and new stuff. The money of changing from one place to another gives people an opportunity to get some of that. These influencers wouldn't be around if influencers wouldn't be around if there wasn't money to be made. And if we could have some sort of transparency, then we would have some answers. But I love that Richard dropped an axe last night, and he did it during United States time, not his European time. Because usually I'm used to him tweeting at 4 o'clock in the morning for me, but he dropped a tweet like at 6 o'clock at night, I believe, and that it was the tweet storm that I'm sure you've already talked about. I just joined in, but that's what's on my mind. Like these folks are running these pulse chain spaces. Identity Block is sitting there pointing at them, saying like, "When did you ever become an authority figure inside of our ecosystem?" So yeah, I think we're slowly gaining it back, and more and more people are being recognized as like, okay, are you a grifter, or are you a person who's a Richard Hart follower and actually reading what it is that Richard is telling us very bluntly, and making our lives better. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm off topic.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, Markaveli said the words correctly. Like these influencers are paid gaslighting psychos. Like I like there is this kind of like, yeah, to be an influencer you have to have that narcissistic quality, and gaslighting being one of them. But like people are so full of themselves, man. Like uh, and here is the problem. Like if you are doing something out of altruism for education, you are not actually making money of the content. Like then you have your resources limited by to yourself. With these paid influencers, they get paid to promote. They use the money to promote themselves more, and because of that they are able to get more money to for getting promotions. So yeah, that is how things are. Nothing like, and I think I mentioned this earlier. Like, yeah, these kind of hashtags and like the whole, in general, social media algorithms are kind of biased to uh, basically view counts and followers. So if you search for hex, it is very likely that you are going to be sent to one of those grifting influencers rather than any like nobody else. Look at this. Look at this channel. No, but no viewers, no likes, no views. It's just normal. Uh,
So I recognized the divide whenever it was happening. Whenever it was that the OG Hexicans were being attacked for being maximalists, right? Don't be a maxi. It sounds like you need to change your diaper or something, So I recognized that, and at the same time, I was making cards. I was making whatever I could to spread the word, and I recognized that
just a
people
second.
needed to focus on Richard, and so that's why this certain card has everything towards like, okay, well, these are the social medias in order to reach this man. Uh, anyway, there it is. That one's a good one. So yeah, just just continue to point to him, because when he gets on the screen, he doesn't mix his words. He's precise. He's good. A lot of the rest of us make huge mistakes. So my latest postcard renders have been like, let's just point to hexsearch.io, because anything that somebody puts into that search engine ends up pulling up a Richard Hurt quote inside of a YouTube video. And most folks have the capability of streaming a YouTube video or watching one of those, whether they're at their desk or they're driving in their car. My thoughts.
But the thing is, we- uh, I blame Richard. He shouldn't have let the what do you call the mice play while he was away. Like he could have all these tweet storms, etc. are great, but text doesn't convey emotion. Yeah. Or in in corporate speak, it's like, yeah, we should, instead of doing email, we should settle it over a call. Uh, Like he's already on Twitter. The only difference is instead of typing, you just hold the record video button, speak into the mic, and let go. Like what?
I like that idea, but I also like the idea of allowing people who weren't believers for their grip to fail, because we're still in a shakeout situation. For the first 15 years of Hex, we're going to be in a shakeout situation where some
Like
folks they got lucky in the beginning, they staked a lot, and now they have a lot coming to them. Well, that's one of the instances of a non-believer um, having a lot of assets in an area where we don't know if they're going to be good actors or not. So, what do you think about that?
like that situation is always true. It's not just the first 15 years or first 25 years, whatever. But
It
my
causes
point is, if you
confusion for
if
people to lose their interest, for us to come back as the golden king, and people to be jealous again. That's actually what I've been telling the postcards group lately, is make people jealous.
like we have more than one reason to be jealous of Richard, and we already know a lot of people are. And my point was, all his messaging needs to be clear, so that at least so that it isn't twisted around to by other influencers. Best example, a few days ago, he made that tweet, and all the sentences were ending in a question mark. So not by P die question mark, and all the P die people are like, see, he's not saying not by, he's saying it's a question. Like, this is the level of things. Like, you cannot tell whether he is actually being serious or sarcastic on just by reading the tweet. So yeah,
Some people were
uh,
going as far as like grabbing a few letters out of the thing and putting them together and saying, "Oh, there's a secret message," and then other people were looking at the blockchain and saying, "Oh, well, there's a 2525 over here, and that matches up with this 2525 over there." Just pathetic, silly stuff, as if he's talking in code to us. Um, and so, like, I often try to stimulate people's thoughts by putting a question mark after stuff, to what is it? To liven up their brain and get them thinking. But yeah, in this industry, the industry of greed, it doesn't work very well. And often those folks over there on Twitter, they don't have anything better to do with themselves. There's a ravaging pack of wolves out there. Are you gonna play with them or not? Like what my mother has told me few times before. She told me too freaking late. Lay with dogs and get fleas.
Like, oh, what was I say? I was going to say something. Say some,
Got him. I got him.
like,
Got him.
but I was saying that I completely lost my train of thought because
All right, with
just
that, I'll
because
take my trophy. See y'all later.
just because of the comment "lay with dogs"
It was a
got
very
got
interesting comment. Got me thinking for a while.
uh, uh, got him. What was I talking about, man? Like, yeah, this kind of thing happen when you are. Huh, so yeah, his point is Richard is doing to shake people out, to just stimulate their own brains, etc., etc. But people are getting hurt, doesn't really help, and negative publicity not always good.
Yeah, of course.
Markaveli is saying shake them out with green candles. Hope so, but anyways. Uh, Yeah, it's because I've reached the 1 hour mark. My battery, my mental battery is running low now. No, I am still trying to think what I was telling him. What was I talking about before this?
Mm, I think
Mm,
it's about the Richard Hunt who takes some accountability while he's tweets, while he's sending some messages.
Yeah,
But there is
yeah,
one
uh,
thing before he talk. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, yeah. And the other thing was like flip. I would say Richard Hyatt has flip-flopped on a lot of issues. Like rather I said this before, like he tweets out ambivalent things, that is like it can be uh, uh, it, like guessed as positive or negative, and then afterwards he points to whichever comes true, like the PDI chart he tweeted out months ago, like, oh look, this token has done a 50,000x. Yeah. Is it going to make people sell the token, or is it going to make the people buy the token? Apparently, we know what happened. Uh, Now, what is happening? And by the way, if you did want to intervene, like, why now? Like, he should have done this at least when the minting first started. Like, if he had done it a couple of days ago, like, not only would he have got more money for the PDI he sold, he maybe would have saved a lot more people than in buying PDI. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, what you say about, he and his tweets is, I think you have a point down there. But, for me personally, every time when I check his, Twitter or X, whenever I saw whether he tweets or messages or something, I don't really, I'll just take it with a grain of salt, and sometimes I will just read if it makes sense to me and I get it, then I would just like think, oh, okay. But if I see, and I think this message is like, it's a bit funny, a bit weird, a bit nonsense, and like, okay, just brush it away or something like that. But then I just, after I read a closer look about it, yeah. I mean, with all the things happening, sometimes I try not to take some of the tweets too seriously. Yeah, and if you can see, sometimes like what you say, some of the influencers, when they will scrutinize every single alphabet, question mark, and you try to think there's a code or something about it. That, that is you need to touch some grass or something. Yeah, if they really, you know, yeah. I mean, whatever he tweets or messages, yeah, you can take it as some message or something, but don't try not to take it too seriously. Yeah, but like I said,
It,
maybe these people are influencers.
it,
So yeah, or for me, I'm just a pleb. I'm just a as a crypto pleb, and I'm just happy with whatever I have, and my life and everything. But it's just me. That is just me and my point of view and everything. Yeah, that's just how
yes,
I move.
yes, I remembered the point I wanted to make was, the way people handle his tweets and way things are happening in the community. Like what it is called is cult-like behavior, and makes sense. Like people who were in Hex are now in these coins. So yeah, cult within a cult is what is happening. Like,
You, you,
and like,
I come to think of it that I mean, we currently the crazy people are so engrossed with PDI because of the pegging it to $1. But I think in our pulse chain we do have some stables, right? We have stables. I think it's PXDC, which is the stable created by the the power. What? Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's
power
power.
power sitting.
Power City, and you have USDL by the Liquid Loans Group. I mean, we do have two stables, yeah, and of
Uh,
course,
uh,
even though they call it stables or something, but I'm still a bit wary about the algorithm or how they pack and everything. But you know, but in the end, I think everybody is like so engrossed into PDI because maybe due to the maker contract or something. Yeah, and maybe it's probably
but,
due to the ability
like,
to bridge PDI to ETH or something. That's what I've been thinking about it. We do have some stables, in the bulk chain. Mm.
yeah, like one thing for sure, like a lot of influencers were given a lot of PDI to be talking about it and promoting it. We still like there are still people who are promoting it, so good for them, I guess. And yeah, I recently heard there was another uh, like a what you call stable coin launched, which uses ink as collateral. We have couple of uh, yeah, like you said, other stable coins.
In is
Why do we
collateral.
need just PDI?
I heard.
Uh,
I think about the ing as
yeah,
collateral, but I forgot about it.
yeah. mm, I don't want to mention it. Like liquid forks, all of them. Like I don't trust them. And the thing is, as long you have bridged in USDC, USDT, and even DAI, like why do you need a extra stable coins? All this is everybody liked the narrative. Everybody had like PDI in their wallets, bought more and
I
promoted it.
have no PDI in my
So,
wallets, to be true to you. Yeah,
like
I've never touched
um,
that thing since it came out last year or something like that. Yeah. Hmm.
me neither. I had some PUSDC, which was like 1:1 with PDI, and I realized it like couple of months ago. Yeah, I have some PUSDC. I swapped it for more Pulse. I could have like not the best thing right now, looking trade right now, but it's good. It's good. I am. Anyways, I am running out of battery. Not
No,
the mobile battery. My brain is fogging out already.
drink some
Uh,
coffee, man. Drink some
do-
coffee.
I I did have some energy drink earlier, but maybe it is what is causing the more jitteriness, craziness.
The energy
Anyways,
drinks. Energy
I,
drinks is bad for you. Why would you drink energy drinks? Yeah. It's just sugar,
yeah,
isn't it? Energy drinks.
no, this one has guarana, which is like a Brazilian fruit, which has high caffeine content, as well as ginseng and caffeine,
Is it like
Eh,
Monster
and
energy drink?
taurine. I shouldn't say black mamba.
Oh, is it like a Monster energy drink or something like that?
Similar.
Oh, except for
But
Monster
this
energy got has horny goat meat, if I remember. Makes people horny, I guess.
maybe that is why they call it the black mamba.
So does it have something to do with
Uh,
your mamba?
it makes your mamba go crazy. Anyways, let's uh, we will be. At least I am looking at the what is going to happen with the maker auctions that will happen. If PDI goes to $1, good for everyone. It doesn't go down to go to $1, goes to zero. Still, uh, not good for everyone, but maybe better for the overall ecosystem. Sorry. So let's see. Uh, I'll catch you guys next week. I am still trying to figure out what is like use AI detective skills to figure out how things are being done, and if I manage to do that, I will mint some PDI myself and put the video online. Until then, uh, I will do nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
See you guys
Yes.
next week.
Yeah. See you also next week. Yeah. Yeah. Take care, Jiraj. I'll be logging out.